Some of you might have instantly recognized this popular and nostalgic theme. Older viewers and television buffs alike could not resist this iconic World War II series.
Combat.
Combat is an American television drama series that aired from 1962 until 1967 on ABC. The show lasted 5 seasons and revolved around the lives of 2nd Lieutenant Jill Hanley, Sergeant Chip Saunders, as well as their unit, the 316th Infantry Regiment. The show's focus was to portray the experiences of American troops fighting the Germans in France during the Second World War. Despite the fact that the characters and the unit were entirely fictional, many historians, critics, and World War II veterans praised the show for its authenticity and character development. It was a show that heavily influenced future war films to come. It also raised the interest of a generation of television viewers for World War II. It did not stick to the conventional John Wayne gung-ho style of war films. Instead, Combat presents its audience with a true, brutal, grim, and realistic portrayal of war, using many veterans to act in the series. Now you're probably wondering why I'm talking about this series. Well, the figurine we are going to be looking at today is actually based on a character in the series. Even though it's not named after him, one cannot ignore the uncanny resemblance between the two. That character is none other than Sergeant Chip Saunders, portrayed by the late Vic Morrow. The figurine that depicts him is DD-273, the Sarge, and I really feel that it captures Sergeant Saunders' likeness really well, considering the scale of this miniature. This piece is a part of the D-Day 44 American series. It was launched back in November of 2015 and retired in August of 2018. It was released with an MSRP of $49 US. The Sarge stands at approximately 6 centimeters tall, or around 2.5 inches. It is scaled at roughly 1:30, which is the standard scale for King and Country's lineup. His uniform is the US Army's temperate climate field configuration designed during the interwar period, which consists of the M1937 wool uniform, complete with shirt and trousers, and an M1941 field jacket over his shirt. The M1937 wool uniform saw the most use during World War II. It has the most functionality as it kept the soldiers warm in the winter with its insulation and was relatively cool and breathable during the European summers. The M1941 field jacket, however, was quite the opposite. It was poorly insulated, and a light cotton shell provided little protection from cold weather. In addition, the light OD3 coloring was not as efficient in Northern Europe, as it stood out against most backdrops. Sewn onto his M41 jacket is the insignia of a sergeant, which is represented by 3 curved upwards pointing chevrons in the US Army, even till today. As for his webbing equipment, he is wearing an M1936 pistol belt. This belt was often used if the soldier's primary weapon did not have a specific ammo belt, such as soldiers equipped with the Thompson submachine gun and the M1 carbine. The ammo pouches would typically be attached to the pistol belt or webbing. On the right side of his belt, he has a Colt M1911 pistol holstered into a Kirkman M1916 holster. The Colt M1911 was one of the most commonly issued pistols for American soldiers, alongside the M1917 revolver. It was typically supplied to both non-commissioned officers as well as commissioned officers. To the right of the holster, the sergeant has an M1942 first aid pouch, which typically holds field dressings for personal use. He is also equipped with the M1911 magazine pouch, which holds 2 7-round magazines for his sidearm, as well as the M1910 canteen with its cover. The boots he is wearing are the M1943 combat boots, also known as the double buckles boots, due to the 2 buckles on each side of the inbuilt leather anklets. The inbuilt anklets allow soldiers to properly blouse their trousers without the use of canvas leggings, preventing foreign objects from entering the user's boots. Atop his head is the standard M1 helmet, which consists of a plastic lining and steel metal pot. He also has a special helmet cover equipped. Contrary to what some may believe, his helmet cover is not the US Marines helmet cover. It is in fact made of nylon that is cut from a T5 camouflaged parachute canopy. And finally, what's a sergeant without the iconic Tommy gun? The Sarge comes equipped with a M1928A1 Thompson, much like he was in the series. I believe King and Country really did a good job in modeling his weapon. It is an older variant of the M1 and M1A1 Thompson. The key visual differences was that the M1928A1 had fixed rear sights without triangular sight guard wings. It also had a ribbed barrel and a bolt that runs on top of the gun instead of at the right side. This miniature is a really great portrayal of Sergeant Saunders. I am sure the sight of this figurine gives many fans of the combat series a strong sense of nostalgia. The details of the equipment are really well done, and they are portrayed very accurately. The head sculpt is quite detailed and does somewhat resemble Vic Morrow's likeness, to a certain extent at least, which is an impressive feat considering the figurine scale. I think it would be nice to own this miniature, especially if you were a fan of the combat series. It serves well in dioramas and can function as a standalone piece in your vast collection. This figurine may have been discontinued, but you can still find it on eBay, as well as from some of King & Country's official distributors. Now I really hope you've enjoyed this video and found it informative, and if you did, please like and subscribe, and click the notification bell to stay updated on future content. Do check out my other videos if you wish to learn more about King & Country's other figurines. I try to upload a new review within every 2 weeks, and if there is a figurine you wish for me to review, do comment it down below. You can also follow me on Facebook and Instagram to stay updated for more future content. With that said, thank you all for watching, and happy collecting!